Hello, welcome back. Goblin Gang here. This is my family league of fantasy football, different than my school league. We had our draft earlier. I could not record for it. Sorry about that. But I wanted to check in and show you how my draft went. This shows you the order from left to right, top to bottom, and round. So first, second, third round, and who I picked. First round with the number 4 overall pick, Justin Jefferson. My dad had no idea what he was doing and goes, "Oh, Bijan's like a good name," and just chose him. I had a chance for Bijan. I had a chance, and my dad wasn't thinking about picking him up. And he really likes Christian McCaffrey, and he chose Bijan, which I'm not totally upset with. It did change how my team would look. So Justin Jefferson, Kyren Williams I picked up a little bit. I was hoping to get him third round, but I took Kyren Williams. Not a lot of running backs available by then. A lot of them were taken early. I think it was all running backs pretty much, besides my Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. Garrett Wilson, third round, right? Close picks. Trevion Henderson was a bit of a reach there, I felt like. But Isaiah Pacheco, there's just no running backs left. I really wanted a running back over Trevion Henderson as my second. And they're both starting for me this week. Jerry Jeudy, though, I felt like was really good wide receiver 3. He is starting for the Browns. I know I said I didn't like him earlier in a previous video, I believe. But I trust him to be a good backup. He's starting wide receiver 1 for the Browns. Besides Cedric Tillman, there doesn't look like there's a whole lot there. I think David Njoku is going to get a whole lot of that target share, but the running game does not look very strong for the Browns. So I think Joe Flacco's there's not a whole lot of options, especially with Amari Cooper gone. Now we're going into the bottom 10 picks here. Matthew Golden, rookie wide receiver. I don't know. I just felt like out of the options there was like Marvin Mims. Was it Marvin Mims? I think it was Marvin Mims, Matthew Golden. I went Matthew Golden. I felt like he was a better option. Better chance to be like a fringe wide receiver 1 for their team. I think in fantasy wise he might be like a wide receiver 3, maybe wide receiver 2, like that back end. But we'll see how he pans out. I think Green Bay has a lot of other young talent in the wide receiver room, but you never know. Cam Scatterbo. My dad always thought to pick him up. He has the number 3 overall pick, so right before his turn I want him, because he was talking about picking him up and I took him. I've been wanting him all draft. He was one of my initial targets. I think my initial targets were Kyren Williams. Isaiah Pacheco was hoping to be later. Cam Scatterbo. And besides that, that's pretty much all my people I thought I'd pick. Nick Chubb I got next round. I just felt like if he's starting for the Houston, he has a chance for wide receiver or running back 1. Not sure. He's on my bench, as you can see. He's on my bench, as you can see. Starting tight end, round 10, Colston Loveland. I think I was one of only like 3 people not have a tight end this round. It was perfect timing too, because everyone got their tight ends that round and people got backups. My dad actually got Trey McBride 2nd round, and he got Travis Kelce like 8th round. He got 2 tight ends. That's insane. You can only start 1 in our league, as you can see. We have a wide receiver running back split, not flex. Then, so that was 10th. 11th, Rashid Shaheed. I don't know what I was thinking there. I think wide receiver talent, he's probably the guy. That's behind Chris Olave, which Marvin Mims Jr. is behind Cortland Sutton. So, there's a couple guys there. I chose him over Marvin Mims, which I don't think was necessarily the best decision, but Chris Olave does have injury history. Najee Harris. I felt like he was on the chart for starting running back 1 before like Omarion Hampton, but the firework injury, that put him out, and he's probably not going to be back a lot, so that's more of a late round to see if he turns out. He probably won't. Late. You know what? I was planning on picking QB up before Najee Harris. I was just passing. I go, Jared Goff. Pick him up whenever I want. There was like 6 QBs ahead of him. And then there was like 2 people that didn't have a QB. I think it was me and my cousin. And my cousin, I have all my cousins are in this league, but I think you'll know him as Austin. He picked up a QB. He didn't have a QB either. He picked one up that round. And then the next few picks, everyone got backup QBs. And my uncle, Omel, picked up Jared Goff the round right before. Like, I thought I'd get him. All the QBs were gone. Like, there was like Justin Fields and all the QBs after him. Tua Tagovailoa and Justin Fields. Like, those were the top two QBs, right? And Tua Tagovailoa was on his own. And they all just disappeared. So it was like two different batches. And no, Tua Tagovailoa was with Jared Goff. And I think I passed on him. Zach Ertz, though, following around, was like, oh, I don't have a QB. Save defense and kicker for the end, right? Last couple picks. So I go, you know what? I'll just pick up Zach Ertz. I feel like he is a really good receiving option in Washington, right? I feel like he has a really good relationship with Jaden Daniels. And I go, well, behind Colston Loveland, I think he could have a big week every now and then too. And he actually might be a better starter week 1. But watching Colston Loveland, he just gets so open. And for Caleb Williams, I think that's so important. Jaden Daniels is a much better QB than Caleb Williams is. And I think the fact that you see how many points Colston Loveland will score over Zach Ertz is a very big sign in that. Having a good tight end, a good receiving tight end, a strong body, a person that can catch the ball, rely on short gains, getting to the first down. The more you rely on that, the more I think unskilled you are at QB. Like, I mean, you can be a good QB. Like, I mean, Mahomes and Kelsey, but Kelsey also runs a lot deeper routes than Zach Ertz would and a lot of these other tight ends. I mean, look at Trevor Lawrence. Like, Trevor Lawrence was struggling, and Evan Engram and Brenton Strange get a lot of targets, but you saw it more with Mac Jones when he took over. Harrison Butker, I go, you know what, Chiefs defense is going to get picked up. We have a 12-team league. Chiefs defense I could pick up whenever I wanted. So I go, I'll just take a kicker, Harrison Butker. Maybe not the best pick. Brandon Aubrey went in like the 10th round, whatever that was. So I went to Chiefs defense in the 15th, and that left me with one spot available. As you can see, I do not have a QB, and you can see over here, Trevor Lawrence with the 4th to last pick. How many picks is that? 16 times 12. I have no idea. I don't have my phone with me. 16 times 12, 160. 2 times 16, 32. There's 192 picks in our draft, I believe. And I picked him with the 189th. Yeah. Starting QB, he's projected at 18 points week 1 in our league. He is playing some sucky team. I believe it's the Panthers. I was thinking Joe Flacco maybe over because the Browns play the Bengals. And I go, Panthers, easy pick. He was the top QB available at the time. And I got him 16th round. Like, what a steal. Let's exit draft. Let me just reload this real quick. Okay, I'm playing my dad week 1. And if we're to go into team settings, I don't want to go team settings. Where am I looking at? Give me a sec, I'll be back when I find it. If you want a brief recap on draft selection, I'm just going to scroll through this real quick. The teams are cut off a little bit over here, but you'll probably see them on the other side as well, so you can just match them up. I'm just going to go through this real quick. Alright, and then I can't seem to find what I was looking for, but I'll try a little bit longer before exiting this video. Okay, here it is. Final standing projections. Here it is. I don't know why it's changed. It shouldn't have. So I'm going off the initial projection. This was what I was looking at initially. My dad, I actually helped him draft as his first time doing fantasy football. So he was second, and it's moved up to 1, which I don't understand why. And mine is 12. But we're not gonna get 12th place. I got 12th place, or I got 10th last year, right? I got last place last year. I got last place my second year. This is my 6th year in the league. I've been in the toilet bowl 3 years out of those 5, and I've been in the playoffs twice out of those 5. So, I mean, I've been in either a winning or losing playoff bracket every single time. And I just want to catch you up on this league. I want to come back into this a little bit more later. So I just wanted to show you this. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again in my recap on this probably Tuesday. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.